Hey folks, how you doing? So I want to do a little video, kind of like a review or talk about the Surefire Delta. Now a lot of you know that it is an expensive knife, but so are all the Surefire flashlights. You know, you definitely are paying for the name, but they do make a quality stuff. You know, I'm pretty sure all of their stuff is USA made, and they have the standard is really up high for them in everything. I never had their flashlight. I was never willing to pay such money for the flashlights what they charge. But they're very popular in the law enforcement and military, so I don't think that their reputation is just made up stuff. So their stuff gotta be good if the guys use it. Same goes for this knife. It's a very good knife, but price tag, yes, if I were to buy it, it is pretty steep. I don't think I would buy it on my own. Brand new, you're talking the best one I found, like new in some kind of retailer store online, I found for $300. Normally they are higher, they are like $450. So it is very expensive knife. Oh, and by the way, before you ask, no, I didn't cut myself. I just doing a little commercial for Folkniven. Hey, it happens. Even I cut myself pretty often actually. Not that often, but normally I cut myself when I'm making something, when I make a knife or something. Pretty often, not actually an actual use of a knife. Always it's the stuff that when you mess around, that's when you cut yourself. So why is it so expensive? It's good quality knife, good materials. If I remember right, it's 154 cm. The steel holds really well. You see, I did change it, like I said before. What I actually did on mine, I just brought the grind just slightly bit up, trimmed it down, and did that little stone wash, acid bath stone wash, just to darken up the blade. Not crazy about the original finish. The mirror polish, I don't think it suits this knife. The grey, that's really like, everybody likes different, but just the mirror polish, I don't think it suits to this knife, because this is more like a tool, the whole design of this knife is really cool. There's a lot of features in this knife. That's maybe why the price is also so high. There's a lot of different features that come together in one nice little package. Titanium frame lock, 154 cm blade with pretty attractive looking shape. I really like how this look. You have the thumb hole, the opening hole, thumb hole here, and you have the flipper. Flipper, it's kind of tricky. If you grab the knife right and you do it just right, it's gonna fly open. It's not the smoothest one, but don't forget this knife has been through the ringer, so who knows what happened with this. They might be probably perfect, out of the box when you buy a new one. They might be really good. Although I think Surefire announced that they're not gonna be making knives anymore. I think they said it just doesn't work out for them well. Blade, nice, good shape. You guys kind of see that it's resembles my kind of like reverse Tantos. I like that, except they have that nice smooth out, rounded off tip up front. But it is a reverse Tanto with nice little thumb ram, the shape that I like a lot because I make the knives like that also. So to me it is appealing shape. The flipper, awesome flathead screwdriver. Big one with a lot of power. Used it a couple of times. I like it. It's actually pretty good location. You get a lot of torque power with that whole handle and everything on the tip. Works really well. Good little feature. It's not too sharp to actually use it as a flipper, but it's not too thick to use it for certain flathead screws. I like it a lot. This little thing is actually, if you look here, you see those little cutouts in there, kind of like a little peaks. That's actually like a multi-size nut wrench. So this actually suits all different sizes and can be used in a pinch as a nut driver, which is pretty neat feature, really neat feature. It's not the strongest one, but you can, and it just because of the design, how it is, it's only certain sizes and certain situations, locations of the nut where you're gonna be able to get to it. But if you get to it, it works. It's pretty neat. Seatbelt cutter. Now that is a neat one, this one, because if you take the blade apart, that blade is actually replaceable. So you can replace the blade for a new one inside. It's kind of like a small little X-Acto blade, and it works well. Now I don't have it set up so I can actually pull through the whole thing, but just so you get an idea, just on the angle. It does cut nice. I just sharpened this one a little bit when I had the knife apart. You know, you can sharpen anything, even the small little razor blade if you want to, so you don't even have to buy new ones. But it works well, and especially if you want the seat belt, you know how the seat belt is. Me, I cannot stretch this anyhow. I don't have anything here to fix one side to pull it and draw through it, but it works well. I tried it. When I put the webbing, the nylon webbing into the vise on one side, it works pretty well. And for me, I think one of the most important and interesting features on this knife, beside the actual knife, is this little wire cutter. This one is pretty neat. Now, I don't have a wire here, but let me grab a piece of Kydex just so you can see something. Just as little show. You have little cut in the blade that is actually angled on this side, you see, so it actually comes to kind of like an edge on one side, and then the other side is the titanium. So when you put the cable, when you position it right, you put the cable through and you just squeeze on the blade. You see how it bites nice little chunk of the Kydex? So if you have the cable there, it will just snap the cable. It's pretty neat. I like it. You have plenty of power because of that blade acting like a lever for you, you know, like this. Really, really cool. I like this feature a lot. It's pretty handy, and I imagine you can actually snap pretty decent gauge cable through this. Nice oversized pivot, little stop pin for the over travel on the lock. You have this, so you can actually clean it up, rinse it out, you know, blast it with the oil, the pivot inside. Pocket clip, it's very flimsy, but again, this one was redone by Jeff, by Tough Thumbs, because he broke, when he was messing around with the knife, he broke that the backspacer, which was, I think, aluminum, if I remember right. He broke that, so it actually just made a whole new one out of G10. That's why this pocket clip is really flimsy now. But even though it's this flimsy right now, with the way it's done, fixed, you know, it still works perfect. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It holds the knife in the pocket securely. I carry this one plenty. I really enjoy using this knife. Never had problems with it. It just gives you that really weird feeling when you hold it, that you have this flexible pocket clip that, you know, bends and, you know, go everywhere, all over the place. But in the actual carrying of the knife in the pocket, absolutely no issues. Never came out, never lost it, never had problems taking it out. So it really doesn't bother me. It's actually pretty nice because it kind of gives in when you hold the knife, kind of gives in and goes away if it's in the way, depending on how you grip the knife. Kind of, you know, moves out of the way for your, you know, let's say you put your hand here and this is a little wider, so the clip just slides out of the way to where it has more space in your hand, between the handle and the hand. So it's kind of neat. And lock, very good. Like, I like this one a lot. I want to show you something. So nice regular engagement, right? This is where it comes by normally, naturally. But check this out. I can actually push this lock all the way across, and there, no matter where that lock is, I have no blade play, and it's super secure. So they probably nailed the geometry really, really well. And you have good secure lock. And even if you use it, you see I just pushed over that lock completely over. So if you were using the knife hard, you're squeezing on it, that's what will happen. But still, absolutely no problems to disengage it. Even when it's all the way over, you use, super easy to disengage, no problems. Really liking this one. Yes, it is expensive knife, but it's good knife. It's really good knife. The edge was holding really well so far. No problems with that. I like how thin and streamlined it is, you know. It's a pretty substantial knife, and it's a solid construction. You're looking at 4.5 ounces, something like that, so not such a bad weight. And what I like the best is that slim profile. You know, it's pretty slim, it's very ergonomic, you have good different grips on it. I like it. Only thing maybe what's gotta be concerned, never happened so far, this cut is not from that, is actually this big opening on the front where the nut is, the driver. It kind of scares you because you can actually by accident maybe somehow put your finger there and close it on you, and that edge will get you. It never happened to me, but it's one of those things that you never know. It could really happen, because it is really big to put that finger there, you know, by accident. When you're holding the knife, you know, you're disengaging the knife or something, and let's say your pinky slips in here somehow. It's kind of one of those things, like, got me thinking. I'm not sure if I like it, but like I said, I used it plenty, it never happened. So you're not really prone to put your finger here when you're disengaging it, because only thumb is from this side and thumb is disengaging the lock, so very little chance. But if your pinky somehow got in here, that could end up bad. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Like I said, just a little talk about why is it so expensive, what's good, what's bad about it. I really enjoy using this knife. It's a great pocket knife. I like it. And hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks. Take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.